Hello everyone. So a couple of people have now asked what's the best way to power the night vision kits that I'm selling. So my kits have a little 2.5mm DC jack in them, and there's various methods that you can utilise. There's certain batteries that you can get out there. L-wire is one of them, a nice little 1800 milliamp 12 volt battery, numerous other methods. Now the one that I use personally is nice and easy for what I think. Everyone's different, they can do whatever they want to, but if I just go through the steps of how I build a battery pack for myself, and then if you want to follow suit you can do, but ultimately what we need to remember is that we're wanting to apply a 12 volt power supply through to this jack. So what I take is a battery holder like this, and you can get them on Amazon all over the place, and it has a normal red and black, so red positive, black negative, and then all I do is I get my said batteries and place them in. Now there is a video that I've just uploaded recently where it shows that I got the connector here incorrect, even though I don't know whether I've got the screws or I've got the screws on this. Just bear with me. The 3 points on these, the centre one is negative, and then one of the other ones is the central positive, and then there's a third one that seems to, I don't know, for whatever reason, there is an electronical reason, I don't know why, that seems to have some form of correlation between the two, and I think it's to sense that a power supply is being put in this other circuitry. I don't understand that yet, I might have to find out for myself, but if you get this the wrong way round, if you look at my other video, it literally just destroys wires. And just as an example, those wires were like that until last night, and also it just melts the hell out of these. So getting it wrong is not good. So let's get it right first time round. So what we want to do is take a battery case. I'll just put that to one side, and with most of the screens that you get this long cable, and this is approximately a metre long in length, which is more than sufficient to actually give you a battery pack that'll stick in your pocket. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that this is all connected up. This is going to be a very easy tutorial. Literally you connect red to red, black to black, and that's it. That's as simple as go. Now one thing to check, and this is going back to my point about the getting polarity right, and also so nothing shorting out, is with the connections on how I do this, it's always centre positive, and this wire here is also centre positive, and you can test this by getting your multimeter, popping it in the centre like so, have it on a resistance setting, and taking your other connector and attaching it to the red, and as you can see there's a reading there. Take it off. If I then apply the same to negative, you'll see that there's nothing at all, and that will give you an indication that your centre part of here, as you can see, the little silver part is positive, and the outer sheath, if I do this clumsily, if I can get this, you can just see that there's a connection there, and there you go. So all we're going to do is make sure that we get this stew to be stable. So what I tend to do is I've got, looking around on my desk somewhere, a bit of shrink wrap. I think it's called shrink wrap. It's going to be called shrink wrap today. It's probably called something else, I can't remember the name. So all we do is we just thread that through, push it down the cable until this comes out. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take, this is where I've got my soldering iron out, I'm going to take the red, just going to initially twist them, and I'm going to solder these up. I won't do this soldering because there's loads of videos on YouTube about soldering, and mine's probably not the best, but it's also not the worst. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to solder those together. I'll show you what I'll do next, and then we'll do the element on the shrink wrap side. And then what I'll do is also, as proof as always, just plug it in and hopefully nothing will blow up. So I'll see you in a minute. So here we go, so we're back now. and I've just done soldering of the wires. So all I'm going to do is just going to put a little bit of insulation tape to separate the two before I put the shrink wrapping, as I'm going to call it today, around. So this I find the very fiddly part of it all, but if you want to have nice little connections, you do this a little bit. That's one. Using the Blue Peter method of, here's something I prepared earlier. Obviously I had all the tape already cut. So get like that, like so. So then, because I've put my shrink tube in, wrapping, just a case of then just feeding it in. This way, if you've gone a bit heavy handed with the insulation tape, that you'll find this next part slightly difficult, and like I'm doing, it's but if you put a little twist, it should allow you to manoeuvre it through. Because once you've actually got it started, you can effectively just pull. What I like to do is just get it so it's like almost halfway across. This is probably excessive in terms of how much you'd use, but it's each their own. And what you want to do is use you can use a flame, but you can also use this type of soldering iron. And all you want to do is just give it a gentle heat over it. Being careful not to burn the hell out of your fingers, because it will hurt. And just rotate it over. Do the same. Again, just keeping the heat flowing, unlike that, where it does get hot. There you go. You can put that on YouTube frames or something. Well, epicfails.com. There we go, so got all done. So then, I shouldn't really need to explain to anyone how to put batteries in, but negative will go to the spring parts and the positive to the top, so getting these the right way round. Pop that in. So that one is supplied up. Just a quick check with our multimeter. Go into view. And you can do this without using a multimeter. You don't have to go and buy one, but in terms of just checking everything's fine. So I've got 11.2 volts still there or thereabouts. Based on the battery health and what I did to them yesterday, that's probably quite good. So then, the final part that I do use is this. This is an old camera case that I had. If you go to here in the UK, called Car Boots, you could probably pick one of these up for about £1. Literally, it's a case of dropping that in, camera to one side, or if you want to, I mean, that's got a nice little guider. If you want to slide that through there, as you can do as an afterthought, just to keep it all neat. Pull that through like so, and hey presto, just put that, your bolt slides through there, easy to carry back to. If you want to then change batteries, drop it out, put a new set in, and off you go. Just whilst we're on batteries, I've used these, and whilst they're rated at 4,000 milliamp hours, they're personally the rubbish. Now you can buy those for just a couple of quid now on Amazon and so on. But these are for more of the people who are smoking the vapor cigarettes. And these, whilst the 2,500 milliamp, seem to perform a hell of a lot better. So don't believe everything that you see on the label saying that it's big numbers. But they prove me well. So there you go. Hopefully you'll find that useful. No, thanks.